Welcome to Lemnis Industries. Time works differently around here. See, every move you make can affect the past and the future. Tactics and planning are critical. But here's the catch. You'll be fighting for control inside of a 25-second time loop. Inside this loop, your actions and everybody else's will repeat each round. So, you gotta keep track of all the explosions, traps, shooting, and anything else that might kill you. But death, that's just a temporary setback. Ready to get started? All right, let's do this.
Bombarded by fragments of a shattered moon, the nest is anchored to the upper rim of a massive impact crater, giving it its name. An experimental retrieval and delivery system is under construction to provide a steady stream of raw exotic ore directly to Earth for processing.
Ready. I do not fear death. Armed. Shut down. KRL-95 is alive.
Hello everyone and welcome to another Lemnis Gate live stream from here, the Frontier streaming room. My name is Jens, part of the community team here at Frontier, and it is my pleasure to be your host for the next hour or so as we play a bit of Lemnis Gate and check out this brand new update that has been released this Tuesday. Only yesterday. We've had about 24 hours since the update came out. Hope you've all been enjoying it. And if you haven't checked it out just yet, today is going to be all about update 1.3. We're talking about the new map. We're talking about the new Carl skin. We're talking a bit about spectator mode, talking a bit about some gameplay tuning, all that good stuff. Really think you're going to enjoy it. Before we get on with the stream, let's have a quick look at who we've got over in chat. A13 is here. Kier V is here. We've got Dravode here. Fate of Cain. Shout out to the Lemnis Gate Discord server. Of course, Heather G and Osric from the mod team is here as well. And Heather always bringing it with the links, sending out a link to the 1.3 patch notes from our forums. You can check them out and see all the changes that have been made to Lemnis Gate on Tuesday. And so yeah, this is going to be a fun one. But if you're just joining us for the very first time, let me quickly explain what Lemnis Gate is. Lemnis Gate is a turn-based strategy FPS set inside of a time loop where the moment-to-moment combat happens in real time and player actions happen in turns. And you will get to see what that means a little bit later, but you will have to plan, strategize, execute those plans, adapt those plans, and then eventually overcome your opponents in 1v1 and 2v2 matches. And let me tell you, it is a lot of fun. I mean, players who've been, viewers who've been tuning into these streams know that win or lose, I'm having a ton of fun with Lemnis Gate, to put it mildly, at least. And yeah, as I mentioned, we're going to be talking about everything related to 1.3. And to do that, I am joined by game director from Ratloop Games Canada. It's Mr. James Anderson. How are you doing, James?
G'day, Jens. I'm doing pretty well today, mate. Thanks.
Yeah, you're looking
It's
good
always
over
nice
there.
to. It's always nice to pop in and have a chat with you.
Yeah, I'm very
yeah,
happy to
should be
have
fun.
you here. And yeah, it's great to have you on stream, because we haven't had you on stream before, I believe.
No, I don't think so. This is my first time. I'm a streaming virgin. How about that? But yeah, it should be good. I mean, I've always watched your streams, so
I appreciate it. Appreciate it.
And yeah, I'm interested to test your skills on the battlefield and see how we match up.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see, because we're gonna do at least one, maybe two matches of some 1v1 later on, me versus you, and I'm very curious to see how I match, because I know I've been able to give Corey a run for his money. He still beat me, but I was able to give him a bit of a challenge. So I'm curious to see how I'm going to do against you.
I was disappointed that you declined my offer to play ranked, but we'll have to see how that goes.
Maybe some other time, James. Maybe some other
That's
time.
okay. It's just the nerves talking, man.
We shall see. There's at least, yeah, you're getting some shout outs in chat from Kier, Heather, Osric, from Fate of Cain. So people are very happy.
Hey everybody.
to
Sorry,
see-
I don't see the chat, so if I'm not responding, I'm not being rude.
That's fine. That's fine. I can relay any messages that need to be relayed.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Fate of Cain says, "Thank you for swapping the arbor spawns." So there's at least,
You're welcome.
there's at least one happy customer there from.
Thanks for the suggestions, guys. Yeah, we often read the, we constantly look at the suggestions channel on Discord, and we're always keeping an eye on what you guys are talking about. So.
For sure, it's very important. So, update 1.3. I think we should just get into it, shall we?
Let's do it.
Yeah. So I've got my training room set up here, and I think we can start to talk a bit about some of the gameplay tuning that has happened. One thing that I know people over in Discord have been chatting about is some of the changes to movement speed and sprinting and stuff like that. Could you walk us through it a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. So, we do have what we call like advanced mechanics, or I think some people call it like movement tech in the game. It's something we've had from day one, where basically, we wanted to have a very high skill ceiling in the game. So the more you invest in learning how to move, there's all these special advanced movement techniques that give you like extra speed fundamentally. So what we found is that when like veteran players are matching with like, let's just say newer players, there's actually a tremendously big skill difference in how fast people can move around the maps. And it's something that was kind of like, although it's very fun for the advanced players to master those things, for new players sort of onboarding, it's not that fun because some of these players haven't even learned how to sprint properly yet.
Sure.
So the difference in skill was just too much, and the new players were not having as much fun as potentially they could have. So we kind of made a decision to just reduce the gap between the best players and, let's say, the new players. Now that doesn't mean we took everything away. Like I don't like to use the word because it's kind of like got a negative connotation, but it's more like the advantage.
If anyone watching can see, like I'm still able to bunny hop. That's still something I'm able to do. Sprinting, then crouching, then hopping.
Yeah, like everything's in place, right? We didn't take anything away. We just kind of adjusted the amount of advantage that using the advanced mechanics gives you. And then on the other spectrum, we actually added some assistance to the newer players. So, we introduced auto sprint, which is, I think, a pretty key feature, particularly for players who are on a controller or a gamepad. We have to kind of like click the left joypad button every time you want to sprint. It can be something that's very demanding for people who aren't like super good at using the controls, or they're just new to first-person shooters. And we did a bunch of little things like that. We increased the default sprint speed, so you actually have faster navigation by default, which gives you more momentum. We introduced a small jump impulse, which pretty much, as you jump, you kind of get a little speed boost as well, which helps you kind of just get going again once you've like turned the corner or changed directions and things like that. But effectively, the idea is that the new players we're kind of giving them a little bit of a buff to help them move faster through the world to catch up to the advanced players who are already capable of moving at very high speed. As you know, like this is a game where seconds are like super critical, you know.
For sure.
If you waste
Absolutely.
half a second or you miss a jump or something, it's pretty critical. So, you know, we just didn't want people to get like really punished heavily just for making small mistakes in the navigation when they're starting to learn the game, you know.
Definitely. I mean, if people who are watching, I'm right now on auto sprint. So right now I'm simply just holding down the W key. I am moving. I'm turning my viewpoint with my mouse, and then just doing DNS to do strafing basically. So right now my finger is not on the shift key at all, which for me at least, because sometimes I struggle with, you know, because you get sort of the claw, the gamer claw as it were, because you have WASD and then shift and then C and all that stuff.
Right.
So right now it's easier for me at least with my old man fingers to hit C and D in succession while jumping. And now I'm also guaranteed that after a bunny hop, I'm still sprinting. I don't have to sort of double check my shift key to make sure that I'm still in a sprint. So right now I'm always sprinting.
Yeah, it's one of the things we noticed. Like I think like 90% of the players were just running around with the sprint button pressed the whole time. So it's like there's not a lot of cases where you don't really want to go as fast as possible, you know. So it's something that it was a fairly straightforward change, but obviously just alleviates an extra action that you have to do during the game. So simplifying, you know, easing the access to the game, right?
For sure. I mean, I feel like I'm flying a lot easier and a lot more than flying, as in I'm able to run forward more quickly. I'm able to do more in terms of getting ahead with the more advanced techniques, like for example the bunny hopping, with this change than I did before.
Okay, well, I'm glad you like it. Yeah.
So this is perfect for me.
Yeah, I mean the idea is like ultimately like if the two players who are playing have a closer match, like it's more competitive, then I think it's more fun for both players, right? I mean, I've been involved in matches where I've, you know, got my ass handed to me, and vice versa, where I've played against a newer player who doesn't even understand the time loop properly, you know, because it takes a few matches to get into it, and it's not fun when the skill difference is that high, you know.
Yep,
so hopefully, in general, overall, you know, the skill gap will be slightly lower, which should promote slightly more fun matches for everybody, right?
I do still think, I mean, I'm assuming that the more top level players will still be able to just absolutely destroy me if we jump into a match together. So that,
yeah, I mean, it's a skill-based game. I mean,
Yes.
that's not going away, that's for sure. And I mean, you play against one of the top players, you're gonna feel it. But,
Peacekeeper Frog points out in chat that one thing about auto sprint that threw me off is that you'll sprint out of your crouch. Yeah, absolutely. So if I slide now, I will then keep sprinting again after a bit of after like I've gotten up on my feet again. I will just keep sprinting, which if you're used to needing to slam shift again in order to keep running, then of course it is a bit of a shift. But I think, you know, we're all gamers, we're all adaptable with stuff like that. So I think
I agree. Like once you've, you know, even when we first implemented this feature, it was a little weird because we had to kind of relearn how to play the game. But honestly, we got used to it fairly fast. And the goal is to basically get you moving and keep your momentum as much as possible. So if you can get back into sprint straight away, then that's what we've done. And you know, I mean, if you really don't like the feel of it, you can just turn it back in the settings menu back to how it was. Like we didn't remove the old setting. It's just a new setting that's on by default. So if you don't like it, you can just turn it off.
Exactly.
It's back to normal, you know.
I can just go escape, and then I can just head over here to auto hold, or I can add a toggle if I want to as well. And then I think there's a couple of things related to that in the patch notes if people dig into them as well. But personally, I'm liking this new auto sprint mode at least, and then both for crouch and aim, I have it set to hold, which is how I like it.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, I guess if we can just give people the options to configure the game the way that they prefer, because everybody's different, right?
Yeah.
Just giving the maximum flexibility, I think it's a good thing, right?
And there's been some changes to the Carl protection orbs as well. Could you elaborate on that a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much it boils down to the fact that Carl was very, very powerful as an operative, which was our intention from day one. But once the game came out, and we saw the high level play, there's a lot of emphasis on when Carl was played and how many operatives he shielded, particularly at spawn. And it's kind of like we didn't want one operative to have sort of that much of an impact. So we just decided to just slightly tweak the shield because we noticed that whether you absorbed a rocket or a sniper shot, there was still a little bit of health remaining. I think it was 130 was the value that it used to be. And we made the decision that actually one rocket into the shield or one sniper shot should be enough to wipe that shield off the character. So you kind of get one opportunity to absorb that damage, and then if the other player had overkilled you again, then that's when you would take damage. So it's just a matter of it's a small balancing decision where we wanted Carl to have a little bit less of an impact on how the final rounds of the game came out, because there is this kind of moment where you can set yourself up, and we've seen it with many of the high level plays, and you just layer like multiple shields on a single character, or like put a shield on like 3 or 4 of your operatives as they go, and it just has a very dramatic effect on the game.
For sure.
And as we know, the game's already very clutch, so having this kind of ability makes it even more clutch. And one mistake can have a big impact on the outcome. So
Definitely. So
that's where the decision came from.
I think right now the orb health, if I'm not mistaken, has been set to about 100.
Yep.
So it should be, as I'm trying to demonstrate, it should be no more than a Capitan grenade, and then just a single shot with the rifle will immediately take it down.
Yep. So the rifle, the rocket launcher, a grenade, I think that's pretty much it. But any of those kind of actions will just take off the shield with one hit.
Yeah. I'm going to try it with Death Blow as well. Yeah, same thing, just shield gets eliminated immediately. I think there's also been a couple of changes to Vendetta's attack pods.
Yep. So we did notice that deploying multiple flying pods, because the flying pods have a 360-degree targeting range, whereas the ones that are placed on the ground, I think it's around 60. Don't quote me on that. But the effective sort of danger that the flying pods could do, especially when you place multiple, particularly in maps like Quarry, where you can really use the bounce pads to deploy them easily, it can really get quite overwhelming and quite, it can be frustrating when there's a bunch of those in the map. So we just slightly tune them to be a little slower to track you. So if you are sort of running past them or running around them, then they potentially will take a little bit more time to lock onto you. And we just change the amount of health, I think, from 40 to 30. So they just have about 25% less health. So if you are trying to shoot at them, then you can just take them out a little bit quicker. I don't know, personally, I didn't notice a huge difference, but it's a very subtle change, but hopefully should just slightly bring the frustration levels down on those particular ingredients when they're used against you, right?
Yeah, turret flux, as people in chat are referring
to. Is that a term?
That is the term, apparently. Fate of Cain says that very specific ones were good at area denial, which I do not doubt. I mean, I've seen some of it happen before, at least, but yeah. So the damage output is still the same. Like if you do set up a flock of turrets, you will basically do the same amount of damage to your opponent. So it's just if they decide to invest time in taking out those turrets, then that time spent is more effective for them because they can take those turrets out a little bit faster. But it's still a choice on their part to deal with them or not to deal with them. Exactly. And if you're running around with a second Vendetta, like right now, it takes a single up-close shotgun shot to take them out. And I think that's like, you don't feel like you're spending a lot of time sitting there and just like pumping rounds into them in order to take them out.
Yeah, I mean, especially if they're distant, right? I mean, you can sit there with like Capitan, and you can be shooting at a turret for several seconds, and if there's like 2 or 3 turrets, you can almost spend like half of your round just trying to cancel out or neutralize that turret flock, and it just seemed like it was a bit too much of a time commitment, so we just tried to make that a little bit easier, streamlined.
For sure. Now it just takes a grenade.
Yes, or one rocket.
All right. We also have a new map that we're going to show off a little bit later. We're going to do some playing around in that. And of course, our good boy Carl, our robot friend, has a brand new skin that I think we should show off. I think. I see N21LV asks me how come I haven't got all the collectibles in the training room, because I haven't found them yet. That's why.
Yeah, some of those can be sneaky. And
They absolutely can be. So.
You can call me Carl.
Let's talk about Carl's Butler skin. And I really like, so this is a it's a set of different things that you can get for Carl that you then unlock with hex coins, much like you unlock a lot of other things in the game. And then you start off with a amazing looking Butler emblem, which then gives you a little what are they called again?
Monocle.
Monocle, right. I was going to say monologue, and I knew that was wrong. Nice little monocle on his single eye, a nice mustache, and of course a cool bowler hat. And then moving on, you've got the two versions of the Butler skin, which gives him a nice sort of pinstripe suit looking operative skin. And of course the bowler hat makes him look quite jaunty, in my opinion. A little bit steampunky as well, I would say.
Like the one I got on my third.
we had to include the two skins because we couldn't decide which mustache was cooler, the one with the twirl or the short stubby one. So we just included both.
For sure. And
Yeah, there's actually a funny story behind those skins. It's something that
Thanks.
on our Discord, our community, as a running gag, was kept hounding us to add mustache to Carl. It's a feature that they were kind of like asking for over the course of a month or so. I think because one of our artists had a mustache on Carl on his Discord like avatar icon, and so then eventually we decided that why not? It's a fun thing to give away around Christmas. It's just a little gift there, and so we ended up building a whole suite, and it kind of got out of hand, so we ended up building a new grid. And two skins and an emblem, and we made a whole package out of Butler Carl. So he's basically a dapper Christmas Butler bot version of who we all know and love.
That's great. I mean, we all love to see it, and I think a lot of the major reactions from players were, "Oh my God, look at this new skin! It is really, really cool looking." So it's I would say
it turned out really nice, actually.
It absolutely did. I'd say you'd nailed it. Sorry, folks. I'm just making some tiny adjustments behind the scenes here. But yeah. So the one Butler skin and the second Butler skin, I think they look dapper, both of them. And then you've got finally
Is that you?
the Butler weapon skin as well, which increases his fire rate and stability for the laser rifle, but decreases zoom and magazine. So if you want more fire rate, more stability, by sacrificing your magazine,
check out that fine wood paneling.
it's pretty good. I got to say,
Great craftsmanship.
I'm amazed at how he was able to put wood on his metal rifle. But I mean, it's the future, so anything can happen. Yeah, it looks absolutely incredible. I got to say, the team behind this, like the people making this, has done an incredible job at making Carl just look absolutely fantastic.
Oh, thanks. I'm sure they'd be very pleased to hear you say that.
Yeah. Fate of Cain says, "I blame Chosen for the mustache Carl joke." Well,
yeah, I'm not sure who brought it up. Kind of escalated quickly. So.
And Wolf and Deity says, "It's hard making that out of wood because it's very flammable." But somehow the technicians over at Lemnis Industries have managed to do it. So I'm going to... don't have enough hex coins to unlock the rest of this, but I am definitely keeping this incredible looking Carl skin for our match later on.
There's only one way to get more hex coins, Jens.
Yeah, I know. So I was gonna get into that.
Duke it out.
I was gonna duke it out. I was wondering, are you able to lower your webcam a little bit for me? Because right now it looks like I'm very tall and you're very, very short.
How's that?
That's looking...
Is that any better?
Yeah, that's looking a little bit better. Can you lower it just a little bit more?
A bit more?
Yeah. And then I'm going to...
How's that?
Perfect.
Good?
Good. All right. So I'm just going to get a join code set up here. I'm going to send you this in our chat.
Secret join code.
All right, there and there.
Wow.
And
I see you chose a join code that not many other people would randomly guess.
Fingers crossed, at least.
All right.
And then let's matchmake for some 1v1 turn-based. I'm just going to click the
Oh,
button.
normal, right?
Normal, yes.
Okay.
And to N21LV says, getting all the collectibles is another way of obtaining hex coins. Fully aware of that.
Yes, that's true.
I just haven't found them all, is the thing. We were talking about this off stream, actually, where you mentioned that your level designer has hidden some of these collectibles in some very
very
sneaky
crafty
places.
Yeah, like one of the techniques I usually use is I switch to my drone, the spectator drone, so I can fly around and see all of the pickups from above the collectibles. But
Yeah.
I guess he's caught on to that, and now he started putting them like under things. So when you're flying around from the top, you can't catch them all.
Oh, and we probably should mention that there is now a spectator mode in Lemnis Gate.
That's
And
right.
so once we've got the correct map set up, I'm gonna suggest a map change because we want to check out the nest, of course. I think I can. Let's try to send this code over in chat here, if people wanna check it out. Because now we're in game, and so no one can come and snipe our
That's
stuff,
right.
basically.
All right, this is the nest. It's our new XM map.
All right, so yeah, retrieve XM. It looks like you're going out ahead of me.
Right.
We've got 4 pieces of XM here, A, B, C, and D. So I'm waiting for you, James. Let's see what you do.
You ready?
I'm
okay.
ready. Let's
I'm
do
ready.
it.
Gonna bring the noise. Let's do it.
Okay, strong opener with Vendetta. I like it.
Oops.
Oh, sneaky. Sneaky. Okay. What are you gonna do? Oh, can you get
I
that
get
final
this one
one?
back.
Can you get that final one?
Easy, man. Like eating pancakes.
Oh, just at the end.
That was
All right.
calculated, by the way.
Yeah, I bet. Okay, well. So I do like this map. It's quite spread out, but also sort of densely packed because you've got this construction site in the middle here, and then everything happening around it. So
It's quite simple, really. It's just like three areas you can play in, and then there's connectivity between the different
You
areas.
miss me. Let's play.
So
There's intricacies amongst those things.
I have
while
the
we're
materials.
playing here, could you maybe go into some of the lore
The
and
XM is
backstory
back.
of this place?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I don't want to interrupt your turn, but
Activating
No, that's
system.
if you look at the skybox,
I'll bring
you'll
it.
see a shattered moon, something that contains a lot of exotic ore. So the moon, from a story standpoint, the moon was smashed like many hundreds of years ago, and as you can see, there's like big chunks of debris, and one of them has fallen down into the impact crater down there. We call it the impact crater.
Oh, nice.
So the Lemnis scientists. Sorry, I can't see your screen, so I don't know what you're looking at there.
No,
but
I'm looking at like
you-
into the crater and into the machine.
Okay, cool. So you can see the retrieval system. So they're going down and harvesting the ore. It's like a unprocessed ore that they're basically delivering straight into the gate. So you'll see the gates right next to the lifting mechanism there. And that's just a way for them to send the unrefined ore back to Earth for processing. So that was the concept of this map. And then the nest is actually like we're nestled up on the rim of this impact crater. So that's kind of why the engineers gave this site its name.
I like it. Like it a
And
lot.
now I'm playing, so I can't do two things at once.
That's fine. That's fine. No worries. Oh, that's a nice going there on my Vendetta with your Capitan. I may need to try to counter that at some point. And then, oh, you're taking my DXM as well.
I take them all again.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Take them all.
Ah,
Oh no!
just
That
not
was a
enough
mistake, actually.
time.
That's right. Oops.
Just not
It's
enough
okay.
time.
It's okay. A denial is just as satisfying
It's true.
as a capture.
let's see how we can counter this then.
Walk in the park. Hi, boys. Going. Swing.
There we go.
Pretty devastating.
I mean, I try.
Ours now.
Wasn't able to grab that XM or save Vendetta, unfortunately.
Boring.
There we go.
Would you get
Still?
A and C?
I managed to snag A and C and take out your. Poor Vendetta. I just almost had her. And here's Rush, of course. Sneaky Rush. I know, Fate of Cain. I know. I need to try to diversify. I'm going to try. Right now, D is wide open. So, you know. Probably going to try to get that. But with whom, though? Alright,
Better make use of your last turn advantage.
yeah, I'm also going to do that. So with XM, it's an interesting game mode because objectives give you a lot of points, but kills and damage is usually the stuff that will give you, you know, the points that you need to
win.
make it.
Yeah, I mean, if you're like evenly matched, then those other factors really come into play for sure. But if you, I mean, we designed the game in a way that the objectives
There
are
we go.
really the most important thing. Ooh, what are you doing, Carl? B, all right.
Gimme, gimme, gimme.
Did you shield one of your characters?
Complete.
I did.
Enemy down.
Let's see that again.
I was able to do a bit of damage to
Vendetta.
Rush towards the end there, but
Let's see.
haha, I'm very happy with my defensive orb placement there because I was able to save Vendetta. Okay, so I've got. So I've got C and D right now. Oh, here comes Toxin. And grabbing D, which is only natural. And A has been taken
Case.
from me. So right now there hasn't been a lot of shots fired, but maybe we'll be able to change that at some point. I'm thinking. This is pretty open here.
I think that C is heavily contested there.
Yeah.
Bit of a hot spot.
All right. Rush it.
You can try to go for A if you have the speed. Did you use your rush yet? Oh, you
I
did.
do have the speed. Oop. Boom.
Oh, that's perfect sniping opportunity, I think.
Oops. Well,
Yes! Next! Take off! Bless up yourself! Wait!
Carl. Let's see.
well, doing some kills, doing a bit of damage.
All right.
Okay. What are you thinking? Are you going to go for the snipe?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Yeah, there's some. I mean, there's some good sidelines here, but it's mostly off to the side. I think trying to snipe in the middle here is going to be tricky unless you're able to go out quickly. Oh, you missed
No,
it.
I missed.
Looks like you missed. Oh, and there it
Okay.
is.
Covered.
Mm.
No. Oh, that would have been sweet.
Oh, you took out. No, wait, Vendetta.
Just don't have the skills.
Still, you are in the lead. So I need to do something here. Tamox says classic play. Certainly is.
Yeah, I fumbled it though. It would have been so much more satisfying.
Well,
I failed to do some cleaning up at the end there. All right, last round. Let's see what you can do.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've got something. I'm not sure if I'm able to reach it in
A
time.
scheme. You're scheming something. Yep.
Teammates
All right.
protected.
Hi, boys.
Here we go. You can't play. Ooh, that's too fast.
No. Did not make it.
Enemy opposite tower.
So let's just go for kills. Come here, you.
Yeah, I find once you start chasing people, it's
Yep.
all over.
I tried. I was so close with that grenade for that for rush there, but So
Another thing we did actually, just I don't know if it's on screen, but if you look at the halftime match summary, it's actually it's much faster now. The whole thing kind of gets you in and out quicker.
yeah.
And there used to be a concede button as well, so people were often dropping out at halftime.
Yeah.
So we took away the concede button just to make it less accessible.
I just wanna look at this grenade here because it comes in half a second too late to hit
you nearly had
rush.
me. I think you did some damage there, but
Yeah, it did. The splash damage did about 50%, and then I tried to catch up with rush, so I tried to cut him off, but it was just too late to reach the to reach him basically to grab the XM, because you managed to get it in the gate before I was able to get him down. All right, let's see now. What will
you're
I
up.
do? What will I do? I will not concede. I will do my best to finish this round. Or finish this match, even. A and C are looking pretty tempting. Let's just go for it.
hey, good luck.
Thank you. GG on the first half.
Exotic matter.
Whoop.
Return to base.
Probably wasn't the best play there, but
Same is in the pipe.
should
Keep
hopefully
moving.
be okay.
Return to game. Go, go, go.
Come on, Capitan, you can do it. Yes. And then some blind fire.
All right,
just to
all
see
right,
what
all
will
right.
happen.
Let's see. Now my game is one of denial, so
Exactly. I'm surprised I was able to grab both of them, but yep. There's the denial. All right, that's one down for James. And then, oh, nice placement
Gonna
of
get
that
it back.
grenade. Are you able to get it back? Are you going to be able to get it back?
yeah.
Ooh,
We get
just
it.
at the end there. Okay.
That's a lovely swing. 2-0 to 0-2.
That is definitely a good swing. Okay. Let's see what we have to work with.
Are you gonna counter my counter?
I mean, I'm gonna
Are you gonna like diversify your portfolio?
try to diversify my portfolio and also diverge my operatives so they don't all run out at the same place.
Yeah, that's always not the best strategy. An easy target for splash damage weapons. Oh, you're bringing that objective right to my base. How kind of you.
Hi, boys.
Well, I did something. We'll see what it does for me.
Just a sec. I have XM. I have.
All right.
Okay, let's rewatch that. Oh yeah, another thing we added worth mentioning is, you know how you can reset the time loop?
Yes.
There was actually kind of like a little bit of a griefing situation where if you're playing in a simultaneous game mode, your opponent could like just continually spam the reset time loop button,
Yep.
which would prevent you from being able to see what played out. So we actually put a limit on that. So in those game modes where there's more than one player who can press a button, you can press it twice. That's all. That's all.
Okay.
Twice per round, you know.
Yeah.
So you can't actually continually press R and deny the other player from seeing what they need to see. Speaking of which, I need to
get a move on and actually do something.
see.
Yeah, I mean, I did manage to do some damage to Capitan there, but it probably wasn't a good idea that I brought Toxin so close to your place there. Yeah, as mentioned. Oof. Wow, Vendetta, right in with the
Yeah,
headshot.
she's good with Well, honestly, that's pretty lucky. I'm usually quite bad with Vendetta, but today I got lucky.
You absolutely did, and now it's 3-0.
Devastating.
3-0 to James. This isn't looking that good for me, if I'm being quite honest. But we will see. We will see. All right, what can I do here? I mean, yeah. Why not?
Vendetta.
We go. Ooh, interesting. Go.
Oh, hey, they managed to save Captain.
Exotic matter collected. Got the XM. Building.
Done.
The XM is back.
Okay, we got a 2v2.
All right.
Hairy in there.
Oh, just managed to save Capitan. Woof.
How did that happen? Oh, okay, you killed me right in time. Oh,
Yes.
there's,
So my...
see if we can fix that. Oh,
Nope.
shit. Oh, I'm
Almost. Almost.
stuck. That did not go to plan, guys.
Nope. And now you're chasing.
Yeah, I know. It's okay, it's okay. No!
Oh, come on, Vendetta. You can do it. I
Where
believe in
are
you.
you?
Yes!
Damn
Haha!
it. I like reload at the most inopportune time.
Whew.
You know, like when my plan doesn't go well, I start panicking and I like spin around and miss all my shots, and I get really sweaty palms. The game's
Ooh-wee.
too tense. Okay, but it's still 2v2, so
Yeah, you were able to take out Capitan. Oh, wait, no. Vendetta taken out on the replay, but Carl is just standing there. Interesting. Alright, I know what to do. Let's go for some Carl on Carl action.
bit of Carl on Carl.
Yep.
Aim.
Going down to B.
I've got the XM.
That's alright. Your
The
rush.
transfer.
There we go.
I'm home.
Carl, up.
3-1. Okay, okay.
Nice.
Don't play your rush yet. See, I already used my card, so I can't defend my rush with a shield.
Exactly.
Is that
Haha.
worth the risk? How good are you at sniping?
I'm okay at sniping.
I'm gonna stay behind these logs. Let's see.
I mean,
Oh, come on.
all right, nice catch with Rush there.
I'll give you enough time, hopefully. Oh, I want that. No.
Oh, there's even a nice like mechanical wind up when you're using the butler skin and Carl.
Yeah,
jumping.
the
I like
audio
it.
designer is pretty cool at that stuff.
And my final Carl shield at the end there was able to prevent some of the damage from your rush.
Yeah, it was a
Alright.
nice little mitigation there.
Let's see.
Two.
Can
Alright.
I?
This is your last
Can
turn.
I? I mean, I probably can.
Teammate.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I am thinking what you're thinking, but or maybe I'm thinking of something else. Who knows?
Take off.
Oh, that's not what I was thinking.
No.
Who's first? Ooh. Look at me dodging and weaving. Oh, okay, it's good. I can pick that one up nicely.
Yeah, I was gonna say I should have gone for the I should have gone for the sniper instead.
Target down.
Well,
All right. Now I'm going to try to deny. What do you got? All the others. A.
yeah, I
Ace
shouldn't
there,
have
B
been
there.
chasing. Shouldn't have been chasing.
And I still have a snipe. Okay. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to ping your scout. Ping rush.
All right.
and
He has
go
been
for D.
pinged.
And then I'm going to go for D. We'll see. I don't know if I have time to do all that, but I'm going to try.
Oh, nice shot.
Go. D.
Can he make it? Can he make it? Yes, he can. Ooh, that is a nice play from James.
Oh yeah. Well
Good.
played, Jens.
Good going, and of course doing
I
the
got
taunt.
lucky though. I got a bit lucky, I think.
I don't know, that sniper shot on Rush was pretty good. I mean, that is what I should have done at the end there, just sniped Rush when he was grabbing it.
Right.
I should have zigged when I zagged, probably.
Well, that was a fun game.
That was a good game. 300 points versus 300 points in each round for you. But hey, that's a level up, and that's a hex coin, which I absolutely appreciate. And some XP for my operatives as well.
Now you can get those juicy new skins.
I'm absolutely going to get one of those juicy new skins, at least. Alrighty. I'm just going to jump in and unlock this right away, because it's looking good, and I want it.
I have a dog.
Which one's your... I mean, it's hard to pick a favorite, I know. But do you have a favorite of the two butler skins? Are you going dark suit or light suit?
Let me jump in there one
New clothing
second.
items
I
applied.
think I'm a dark suit guy.
Yeah?
Yeah, the big stubby mustache, dark suit.
Just like
Can't
the
go
one
wrong with
I
that. It's
got on
classic.
my third
It's
birthday.
timeless.
Very true. Very, very true. I mean, it does... I mean, either which one you choose, Carl looks impeccable. Gotta say. It's really, really nice.
He is dressed for success.
Absolutely. And with that, like, just look at those nice, incredible wooden details on the back of this, like, energy pack that he has on his back. It's absolutely incredible. Peacekeeper Frog says dark suit to keep it all matching. That's nice. And it just... Yeah, I'm absolutely blown away by how incredible this skin looks from every single angle. And also, like, how the image for the timeline matches up with the background on the hex grid. I think that's really, really cool as well. And of course, you've got the...
Combat ready.
I'm going to go back to the dark suit. And of course, you've got the weapon skin as well, also made out of some nice textured wood here on the weapon. Just looking absolutely incredible.
Glad you approve, Jens.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta try to hype it up, you know. Gotta share my love for the game and share all the
Carl love.
share all the cool stuff that developers have been making. So we're about to reach the end of the hour here, but is there anything else from update 1.3 that you want to talk about? We mentioned the spectator mode. We mentioned some of the gameplay tuning. We showed talked about the new map, showed off the new skin.
There's a bunch of fixes and just minor improvements that we didn't kind of highlight. So I really encourage you guys to go check out the full release notes. There's a bunch of work gone into the patch. Some of it under the hood. The stability should be much improved. And one of the big things we finally reintroduced, which I know you guys have been asking for a very long time, is the 2v2 ranked mode.
Yes.
The reason we were taking our time with that is because we wanted to separate the leaderboards for both rank and MMR between 1v1 and 2v2. So when the game came out, we realized that didn't really make sense for those leaderboards to be combined, because the 1v1 experience and the 2v2 experience are very, very similar. So we finally got that out in this patch. So now we re-enabled ranked play, so you can go to town on those 2v2 leaderboards and finally have the 2v2 competitive side of things working as was intended.
Sounds amazing.
Something worth checking out.
Yeah, and I remember a lot of players on the Discord, at least, were very happy to see 2v2 ranked come.
Yeah, I can mention a few
back.
other little things that are helping to kind of improve the experience overall. We noticed that when a high tier player was playing against a low tier player, like a platinum versus a bronze or a gold, oftentimes it was a bit unfair. So we added a rule where, how when you lose in rank, you lose a pip.
Sure.
So if your opponent is 200 MMR or more above you and you lose, you actually don't lose a pip anymore.
Oh, interesting.
Because we noticed that the rankings were getting quite polarized. There's a lot of bronze 5s and then a lot of people up on the top
Diamond
end
1,
of the
yeah.
spectrum. And now we should see a better spread across those ranks, because it's not really fair. If you lose to a top player, you shouldn't really be punished that much, you know.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
We also did some matchmaking improvements, again, just trying to better facilitate the way that games are found and the way that players are matched based on their skills. We talked a little bit about that on our Discord previously, so we've just done some additional work on that. But it's all very transparent. You probably won't experience it personally, but it's happening under the hood.
If you're watching the stream, Heather G has dropped a link to the patch notes on Twitch.
Perfect, thank you.
And you can also join our Discord, discord.gg/lemnisgategame, where you can chat with myself and with James and plenty of other people from this this stream chat and other players, if that is what you want to do. And there was one question here from A13 Live asking, what engine is Lemnis Gate made in? I believe it's in Unreal?
Yep, Unreal 4. Yep.
Unreal Engine. So question answered. And
that satisfaction given.
Customer satisfaction all the time. So that is going to be the end of our stream. Don't forget to follow all the Lemnis Gate social channels, Lemnis Gate Game on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And of course on the Lemnis Gate YouTube channel, youtube.com/lemnisgategame. Thank you so much to Heather G and Osric for modding in chat. And of course, thank you to James for
thanks to
joining
you,
me.
for having me.
Oh, that's lovely.
Been a
Thank you
pleasure.
so much. It's been a pleasure.
It's always fun to drop in and have a chat with you.
Yeah.
Such a nice guy.
Thank you very much. I appreciate the very, very kind
But I
words.
cannot in my right mind let you win. So
that's fine.
Unfortunately,
that's fine. That is absolutely fine.
But no, it was a fun match.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
This is going to be the last Lemnis Gate stream for the year, but we're going to be back next year with some more streams. So check out the social channels for when we will announce it on our social channels and on our Discord before the first stream kicks off. So yeah, that is the end of it. And so I think there's nothing left for me and James to say, but
just happy holidays.
Yeah,
right?
happy holidays. Have an excellent rest of your week. Have an excellent rest of your Wednesday, and we hope you have a great time in your life wherever you are. Bye.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.